Ice cream.
Look at it churn, lad. Just
poor
in
pups
time to
have
be
been
road
homeless
tested
for
in front
too
of
long.
paying customers
Imagine
at the
if
fair this weekend. And all in a good... The poor pups have been homeless for too long. Imagine if you had no place to call home, sweet
It must be the
gromit.
breeze.
Miss Flitz says the strays have been making mischief all over town. On Tuesday, Mrs. Gabberly's shop was terrorised by a gang of terriers. No doubt they'll come to heel once they've a proper roof over their heads. I'm sure everyone will give generously at the fair to build them a new home. I can't be the only dog lover in town. Blinking Laura, Gromit, wild dogs, stray scoundrels, mangy good-for-nothing mongrels mangling me machine. They must be some of the escapees.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Me crank! Me lever! The flavour engraver, the brains of our custom flavour scanner, lad. It's been scrambled. The four-legged fiends. I'm sorry, lad, but this is some serious damage. I suppose it's nothing that can't be fixed. I'll tinker with the flavour engraver if you track down our filched crank and our lifted lever. And this cute one's going to need to be calmed down as well. Mind you, it'll take a month of ice cream sundaes to put things right if I can't patch things up. You've got to get them in order if we're going to have the Infini flavour ready for the fair this weekend. Come on, lad, you're a dog. You can reason with them. All that hard work fouled up by a few rogue whippets. We're going to have to calm that one down if we're ever going to roll this machine out of here. Oh, Gromit, this machine might not be completely cream-crackered after all. Let's have a shufty. Afraid it's still a bit discombobulated, lad. He swiped it again. What's he got there, lad? I think he's helped himself to our valuables. I wonder if that dog's part of a canine crime ring. He's only got a taste for the expensive stuff. Did you find anything to help the little fella relax? Your old toy certainly did the trick, didn't it, lad? Oh my, you used to be so attached to it. Took quite a spell to wean you off it, in fact. Now we can focus on getting this machine up and running. With a combination of infrared scanning and molecular chemistry, the flavor engraver can imbue our ice cream with any flavor imaginable. It's really an ingenious idea, a custom flavor technology that makes sure there's an ice cream for everyone. You just take a sample of anything you fancy, insert it into the flavor scanner and press the churn button. Any luck with the mischief makers? Hey! A gromit! Steady on! You can bake all the pies you want later when the gas has been mended.
did you let the dogs out? This mangy whippet is ravaging my roses. Came hurtling out of your master's house with some sort of bone in its mouth. Feeding the strays really is the last straw. Now he's gone underground and Lord knows what he's doing to my roots. And where's Wallace when I need him? Are there no real men left in this world to protect a woman's property? Don't just stand there. Do something. You're a dog. Can't you reason with him?
Morning, Private. At ease, Private, at ease. I'm sure by now you've received intelligence about the morale-raising ops this weekend. Should be a jolly old time, like when Ensa used to come and rouse the troops, reminded the squaddies what they were fighting for. I remember being stationed in Algeria, and the association organized a whole day of fanfare. Unbelievable! There was Fatima the snake charmer, the ever-popular monkey toss competition, even a couscous eating contest. Which reminds me, I expect you to be at the fair when I display my digestive prowess. The pie-eating contest, Private. You must have seen the sign-up sheet in town. Nobody'll challenge the great Major, though. I shall be uncontested. They don't call me Cool Hand Crumb for nothing, you know. Those are my biscuits, Private, and very delicious they are, too. Can't share them with you, though. For optimal nutritional efficiency, today's soldiers must stick to their rations. So, no Bicky Wickies for you, I'm afraid. Oh, tremendous flavor.
Hello, gromit lad. How's Mr. Wallace? Have you heard about the fundraiser? I've never been to a proper town fair before.
Morning, pet, out for walkies. Certainly a grand day for it. Anything I can do for you? Town's abuzz with the fundraiser this weekend, isn't it? About time somebody did something to build a new dog shelter. Ooh, I've had run-ins with all sorts of strays of late. Terriers, spaniels, mutts, even an Irish wolfhound. Should have seen the size of him when he went for me pork scratchings on top shelf. Sent me tumbling backwards and brought me awning crashing down. Ooh, I gave him what for, and no mistake.
You mean you opened your gob and poor brute took fright?
Ooh, mind your business and quit interrupting. This is why you haven't got any friends and spend all day talking to the birds.
I'm just in need of some...
Anyway, it's high time town got together to put the shelter back up. Wouldn't you say, Chuck?
Looking forward to this weekend's fair. Should be a riot, and all for a good cause to boot.
I told you, Private, you can't have any of my biscuits. It's for the good of the regiment. Oh, you can't have just the one. could eat these all day. So long, Private.
Hey! A gromit! Steady on! You can bake all the pies you want later when the gas has been mended. All that hard work fouled up by a few rogue whippets. We're down one crank, one lever, a busted flavour scanner, and left with a broken pile of bolts full of cream. We didn't even get to try our first batch. Oh dear. Careful, gromit. The Infini-Flavor motor is volatile without its crank. We need a crank to churn our ice cream, but that filter can't leak. That thief's got some of our most treasured possessions. And he seems to know that our crank is a particularly valuable item too. Careful of the ice cream sign, Gromit. The paint's still wet. Lucky those tykes didn't topple me paint bucket. That would have been a mess and no mistake. That sign would be a nice finishing touch if we could get the machine back up and running. Not quite done painting the sign yet, Gromit. That's a nice shade of blue, though, wouldn't you say?
Mr. Wallace? Miss Fit from next door here. For the last 45 minutes I've been trying to read the same page in my book, only to be interrupted by the incessant clatter that seems to be emanating from your cellar. I quite understand that an inventor is entitled to do his inventing in the privacy of his own home, but the banging, popping, creaking and odd explosions really must stop. But was that livestock? Honestly, Wallace, this has always been a respectable street.
What number, please?
PC Dibbins here at the police station. We've recently received reports from a Miss Felicity Flitt of West Wallaby Street of a possible breach of the peace in the environs of number 62. I need hardly remind you, Mr. Wallace, yet again, that the enclosure of any farm animal or beast of burden within the borough boundaries is strictly prohibited. That includes, but is not restricted to, and I quote, chickens, sheep, goats, pigs, horses, miniature horses, alpacas, and most importantly, cows. Any more blinking complaints from the townspeople and you'll be nicked. Good day.
Any luck with the mischief makers? I keep finding whippet hairs in the flavor engraver. If one of those gets trapped in the scanner, we're gonna have some pretty sour customers. Careful. Gonna have to do something to tone down the shine. Care- We need a crank. What's he got there, lad? I think he's helped himself to our valuables.
Mr. Wallace? Miss Fit from next door here.
What number, please?
Back, are you? I hope you've a...
Hello, Pilot. Don't have a use for that, I'm afraid, but good to see you're prepared for anything, soldier. Ah, yes, as I said before, I'm unopposed. They fear me, Private, just like those curs in the desert. Wait until they see me in front of a tower of pies. They'll shake in their boots with shock and awe.
Hello there. I'm glad summit is finally being done to get these dogs off the streets. A proper fundraiser. Ooh, I love the fair. Fried treats, all sorts of sweets. I can't get enough.
That's for certain!
Ooh, you. What you got there, Chuck? A pie eating contest. Well, isn't that festive? Me? Oh, I don't know about that. I do love the odd meat pie, but a scoffing contest, that wouldn't be ladylike, would it?
You've trouble enough appearing ladylike without a meat buying you, gob.
Oh, do I? Tell that to the postman. He seemed quite taken with me this morning.
It's only 'cause he's got an eye defect.
Oh, shut up, you curmudgeonly codger. You know what, Chuck? I will sign up for the contest. I think it's a splendid idea, and I plan on winning in a most ladylike fashion, naturally. Let's see. Oh, just me and the Major, is it? He's no match for Winnie Gabberley. There you go, Gromit. I expect you to attend my victory party.
Ah, Winnie versus the Major, eh? Should be a sight to see. Ah, Winnie versus...
Hello, gromit lad. How's Mr. Wallace? A pie-eating contest? I don't think that's for me. No, thank you, Gromit. I'm a martyr to acid reflux, me.
Carry on, soldier.
Back, are you? I hope you've a plan to get your little friend out of my garden. Poogie Woo and Tinky Wee may have their mischievous moments, but they knew better than to rummage in my roses. Oh, what I wouldn't give. Well, I never. You'd be cranky if some careless canine had been digging in your doghouse. I was just about to dig a little home for that one before your friend came running into my garden. Don't have time for whatever that is right now. There's a crisis in my garden.
Hello, Private. Ah, yes, the pie-eating contest. Nobody's signed up yet to take on the mighty Major Crumb. Pity. I'd love to meet another man, toe to toe on the field of battle, mano a mano, feasting to the death until the best man wins. Edwina? She thinks She can out-eat the likes of me? Ho, ho, ho! That's a good one, Private. I'd love to see her staring down the barrel of a ketchup bottle. There's just no way she can win. Impossible. She could never. These blinking biscuits. I've been munching on them all day. They're going to fill me up. Private, attention! Get rid of these vile things. I've got to prepare for battle. My guts must be ready for all the pie I can throw at them if I'm going to crush that woman. She's challenged the wrong man. Battle stations!
Now, have you anything to lure this whippet from my garden? No, thank you. The only thing that's going to make me feel better is to get this dog out of my garden. Good heavens, Gromit! Now you're just rewarding him for foul behaviour. You did it! Thank goodness! You've rid my garden of the nasty little rascal, and with little damage. Now be sure it never happens again. I don't want to see any more of your canine companions on my property. Do you understand?
All that hard work fouled up by a few rogue wit. All that. Good heavens, he's quick. He really does love that crank, doesn't he, Gromit? Careful, Gromit. The Infiniflavor motor is volatile without its crank. Any chance you've... Any chance you've come across our lever? I suppose that lever does look a bit like an old bone, doesn't it? No wonder the crafty canine went and buried it. Give a dog a bone and into the ground it goes. It's their nature. Oh no. Did our fastening nut go missing? It holds the lever in place. It's a critical part of the apparatus, Gromit. This is no good, lad. That was my last number 12. What rotten luck. Look at that! He found our nut! Fantastic, Gromit! Perhaps I was a bit hard on him before. I didn't know the little one had a penchant for tinkering. Oh, he's just afraid. Heavens above, he's a positively petrified pooch. Poor little lad. We ought to call him Twitch. Fantastic, Gromit. The churn's back on. Well done. Ho, ho, ho. And there we have it, lad. Uncrossed a few crossed wires and our flavour engraver is as good as new. Now we ought to be back in business. Off we go, lads. Nothing can stop our Infini flavour ice cream from taking off now. Bit late for the post, eh? Oh, hello there. Can I help you?
Oh, good heavens, no. The question is rather, how can I help you? Name's Muzzle. Monty Muzzle. Philatelist, philosopher, philanthropist, and purveyor of fairground amusement. I hope by now you've heard about Monty Muzzle's Save the Dogs fundraiser fair to be held this weekend.
Oh, yes, we have. Gromit and I were just...
Oh, glad to hear it. I was deeply saddened to hear of your recent tragedy, and I'm making it my duty, as a dedicated and devoted dog lover, to help you all raise the necessary funds to repair your canine shelter. Imagine, all those precious animals out on the streets.
A tragedy. What a shame for all those dogs. But Gromit and I might have the perfect contribution for the fair. We were just putting the finishing touches on our patent-pending Infini flavour ice cream machine.
Ice cream, you say? Ooh, who doesn't love ice cream? The creamy coldness, the satisfying sweetness, the profit margins.
And our machine has custom flavour technology. Its flavour scanner extracts taste molecules from any sample provided. We're able to make limitless varieties to suit any customer.
My, that does sound impressive. Oh, by heck, Mr. Wallace. I know a good money-making opportunity when I smell it. What do you say to this? With my financial firepower and your unique ice cream maker, we could put an Infini flavour retail outlet on every beachfront from Blackpool to Bognor Regis. The world will be your Knickerbocker glory.
Franchising. Do you hear that, lad? We could be ice cream barons.
If you bring your invention to the fair and manage to make a hefty contribution for this most needed, dog shelter.
It's a deal. Gromit and I couldn't be more excited. Oh, our in-house creamery assures us peak freshness. Speaking of the dogs, Gromit and I have come across 3 little lads who need new lodgings.
Well, look at that. Aren't they the most precious things you've ever seen? My charity begins now, and I've got the perfect home for them. Yes, quick-looking devils, too. Well, I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. Willard. Walkies. Come on, you. Your new home awaits.
Off they go, lad. Say goodbye.
Be seeing you and your contraption at the fair, Mr. Wallace, and be sure to bring your wallet. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monty Muzzle's fundraise affair. It fair warms my heart to see so many charitable souls here today. So let me warm yours by selling you a handful of tickets, available for a nominal fee, the proceeds of which will put a smile on the face of a homeless and abandoned puppy. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, them tickets is good for every attraction. You can fry your favourite food, take on a chicken in a game of wits, or ride the mighty muzzler. Every penny goes to charity, every ticket, in short, will wag a tail.
I say, Gromit, isn't this a thrill? And such a noble cause, rebuilding a shelter for your canine companions. Oh, your new chum must have dropped his toy in excitement. I bet the little fella's having a grand day out. Probably never been to a fair before. Hey, that must be the remains of one of the flies that was blowing around this morning. Can't abide litter, so I tore it up and offered it as slips of paper to the punters. Here are some tickets, lad. Go and find your friends and have some fun. Ho, ho, ho.
Disgusting. Hey there, you meddling mutt. What are you doing up on my stage? Get down at once. I'm the only one allowed up on stage. The only other person allowed to disport themselves on my stage is the Master of Ceremonies of the Grand Pie-Eating Contest. And somehow I don't think with your limited canine brain you'll be able to create a pie deliciously mouth-watering enough to win the bake-off and receive that honour. So if you don't mind, sling your blinking hook. Me and the Master of Ceremonies, i.e., not you, big ears. No use sniffing about for a competitive edge. These pies are all absolutely disgusting. Didn't take you for the cheating sort. Willing to do anything to get ahead, are you? You'd cheat a little old lady out of a baking contest just to win your 5 minutes of fame as this afternoon's Master of Ceremonies? Then what are you doing, nosing about these entries? Keep to your own entry. But knowing what you filthy creatures are prepared to wolf down, I can't imagine you've much of a discerning palate.
I am most displeased.
Now, where was I with this filth?
What a man! Selfless, heroic, charitable. Hello, Gromit. Enjoying the fair? Must be easy to enjoy such simple pleasures when you're a dog, not knowing the pain of unrequited love. You just wander through life, sniffing and scratching your way to happiness, while I must endure the loneliness of living without a man worthy of my hand. Oh, but then there is Mr. Muzzle, raising all of those funds for our poor, homeless pups. I've never seen such altruism in all my years. He may be of meagre means himself, but he's rich in other ways. Oh, and what a handsome partner he'd make! Certainly compared to the rest of the town's buffoons. Are there no real men here worthy of the name? I want someone strong, brilliant and brave to lavish me with praise. For instance, I had my hair done this morning, and did anyone notice? Not one of them. I'm sure Mr. Muzzle would have, had he not been so busy. But what does a woman have to do to attract attention?
$114, $115, $116. Let's see. Count this row across. Assume that the jar is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't be certain. 194, 195, 190. Oh, bother, I've lost count now. Hello, Gromit. I'm sorry, I'm just ever so keen to win the grand prize. Normally, I'm very skilled at counting produce in my shop, so I reckon this booth is my best chance of success. I've entered 12 guesses already, and I know it's for charity and all, but these tickets don't come cheap. Back to counting, if you don't mind.
Blam! Enemy down!
I think a little teamwork is against the rules, eh? Here, lad, you have a go. I think a little teamwork is against the rules, eh? Here, lad, you have a go.
Us blanket fortune machines got bracks for brains. There you are, you You coochie coos, you! Ah, the missus says I need more mates, does she? Well, I've got the birds in sky and bugs on sill to keep me company. You won't find me making up numbers at some flipping fair.
Good, because you're not invited.
Here, birdie, come to Papa Gabberley.
Hey! 119, 120, 131, 122. Don't think a little teamwork is against the rules, eh? Here, lad, you have a go. All right, Gromit. Seems as good a guess as any. Oh, crumbs. Well, don't think a little teamwork is against the rules, eh? Here, lad, you have a go. That seemed like it could almost be right, Gromit. Cross your toes, lad. These are the last of the tickets.
Congratulations. You are the winner of a grand and fantabulous prize.
By heck, we did it. Fantastic. We've won, Gromit.
Congratulations, sir. Very well done.
Thank you, Mr. Muzzle. Quite a bit of brain power it did. So, what's the grand and fantabulous prize then, Mr. Muzzle? I must say, I can't wait to see what I've won.
Yes, well, yeah, just as it's always better to give than receive, I say the satisfaction of your triumph, plus our undying gratitude for the charitable donation you made towards our noble cause, are prizes in and of and by themselves, wouldn't you say, Mr. Paneer? Chuck.
Well, they're all very well, but I thought...
Prizes that last a lifetime. Up here and in here.
But the sign says...
Oh, quit bellyaching your big girl's blouse. It's hardly fitting for a gentleman such as yourself. Here, have a blinking bubblegum ball.
But...
Oh, all right. And one for the mutt as well.
Wisdom from the other side.
Just can't I find the right bloomin' words? Just look at her. Loitering round that manky muzzle's booth of accomplishments. She's smitten, she is. By him! Disgusting! Makes me so angry I could blow me top! Ooh, I'm Monty Muzzle. I'm the most charitable, sensitive gentleman there ever was. I'm a bloomin' hero. Fair. Big pile of wet lace, if you ask me. And what do you want, mutt? Can't you see I'm working here? She wants a sensitive man, does she? Well, that's what Miss Flit will be getting. I'm composing her a poem. Near finished, too, except for the last line. Got the whole thing memorised, even. I just cannot write the ending. Dearest Felicity, your eyes are as deep as the murkiest lore. Your teeth are as straight as Blackpool rock. Your haunches are sturdy. Your bearing is bold. Ach, I've got nothing. Look at me, talking to a dog. Bah, going crazy you are, McBiscuit. Now, moggy off and let a man work.
Imagine your life with less strife.
Feeding time for one of my golden geese. Oh, another loss, eh? Oh, I'm sure you'll win eventually.
Come on, McBusk. Use your noodle.
Don't leave your fate to chance. Buy in bulk.
All right, yeah, crate of clairvoyant codfish. Let's see what you have to say. Cravens, what a bunch of rubbish. What a load of nonsense. No way! If I say anything disparaging about Felicity's style, I'll be playing the bagpipes that I've managed to muzzle. No way! If I say anything disparaging about Felicity's style, I'll be playing the bagpipes that I've managed to muzzle. Coo! Coo!
Feeding time for one of my golden geese. Oh, another loss, eh? Oh, I'm sure you'll win eventually.
There's a pie baking contest. I'm sure a display of your culinary skills would wow the judges. You can always trot off home for a spell to whip up an entry. I'm sure your friends won't mind. Pie and ice cream, two great tastes. That should work out splendidly.
What is this when it's at home? Oh, rhubarb. with a hint of dirt and diesel. Ugh. That is apple crisp. Another putrid pile of peeled and pruned apples wrapped up in a sickening cinnamon casket of a crust. Who put this evil concoction here? Oh, it was you, wasn't it? The inventor's hound. Think you could win with this, did you? Well, I won't even taste it. My wretched father used to come home night after night reeking of the stuff after an evening of apple crisp indulgence. My mother and I both knew he'd been at the pie shop, for he could never get enough of the stuff. Those may very well have been the darkest days of my life, and you've reminded me of them. Be gone, and take this unholy brew with you.
I honestly can't believe no one has said a word about my dramatic new hairstyle. I don't understand. I'm an attractive, independent woman with a spanking haircut, and Mr. Muzzle has barely noticed me. But then, a man like that, who's dedicated his life to the noble cause of helping creatures weaker than himself, probably doesn't have time for such trifles as romance. And I don't think...
The all-stealing, the all-seeing eye.
let's see if this fortune's got anything useful for my poem. Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold. Ah, that's no half bad, that is. Might just work. I'm a blinking genius, I am! No need for these rotten lines! I've got a perfect one right here! Hello there, Felicity!
Oh, hello, Duncan.
You look ravishing today.
Why, thank you, Duncan.
In fact, I've written you a poem in honour of your astounding beauty.
What? You've written a poem?
Every last word.
Really? Well, let's hear it then.
Dearest Felicity, your eyes are as deep as the murkiest loch. Your teeth are as straight as Blackpool rock. Your haunches are sturdy, your bearing is bold, and your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold.
I don't know what to say.
Brilliant, eh?
You noticed my hair.
I did.
Oh, Duncan, who could have guessed you're so sensitive and attentive to detail?
Aye. My rugged Highland handsomeness may fool some, but inside I'm nothing more than a caring and loving lamb. Come here, my little sugar plum fairy.
A caring and loving lamb that's been rolling around in the barnyard too long, if my nose isn't mistaken.
Oh, that's just my unique musk. Let's go down and stare longingly into each other's eyes.
Enemy down!
I say, Gromit, trying to win the old pie baking contest, are you? Mr. Muzzle seems to be a discerning judge of flavour. You'll have to come up with something a bit special, eh? I don't think that would taste very good, would it, lad? I mean, fish-flavored ice cream? Who ever heard of such a thing? Unless you, haven't made a new feline friend, have you, perchance? Oh, well, yes, then. One fish-flavored ice cream coming up. Step to it, lad.
Oh, that's just offensive, that is. This looks a bit different. A familiar, flaky crust. My, oh, could it be? Oh, oh yes, this is more like it. What a belter this one is. Oh, a crisp outside with a warm potatoey inside. Oh, this takes me back to my days as a boy. But it's still missing something. Some key flavour from it past. Now, still, I'll hold on to your entry as provisional for now. If you think of something to give it that definitive je ne sais what, come back and I'll consider it. Till then, the competition's still open. A new addition to your shocking previous entry. I have no doubt that you almost certainly cheated, but without actual proof. I'll have to let that pass. Let's see how you did. Why, this is, yes, resplendent. I've never tasted a pie quite like this. A savoury crust, enhanced by a one-of-a-kind flavour, if I am not mistaken, of lightly battered cod. Oh, yes. Your entry triggers deep and happy memories. Oh, I can see myself as a slip of a lad behind the counter in my mother's chippy. I'm the happiest lad has ever been, eating complimentary portions of freshly fried North Sea cod and chips. Stupendous! How you did it, dog, I'll never know. But you've won. Congratulations. You're the first beast to become the master of ceremonies of the pie-eating contest. I'll be meeting you on stage then. Time to get this pie-eating contest underway. Be seeing you on stage in 2 shakes of a dog's tail. Gather round, ladies and gentlemen, gather round. Our first order of business is to celebrate this fine figure of a dog as winner of the pie baking contest.
Attaboy, Chuck! I knew you could do it! Hey!
And to honour this achievement, Fido here will preside as Master of Ceremonies of the pie-eating contest to commence shortly.
I'm here! The Major doesn't stand a chance.
Ha! I once ate a kidney pie the size of a Shetland pony, and I had room for dessert and coffee.
Your starter's pistol, doggo. And now, I'd just like to say a few words. Where are my blinking notes? You were up here just a minute ago. It's not every day that tragedy strikes a helpless town like this. but I'm most honoured to be here in your moments of need to help you all collect enough funds to rebuild the orphanage. That is, the orphanage for lost dogs. And I'm delighted to say that I haven't seen such an outpouring of charitable giving among fairgoers since the great Lancashire earthquake of, let me see now, some years ago.
I don't remember hearing about that.
Dreadful it was. Teapots tossed from their cosies, sheep shaken right out of their fleeces. Most dreadful indeed. So, keep up the good work here today, and be sure to spend at our wonderful attractions, as it's all in such a very, very good cause. Now, without further ado, Colonel Crumbs and Mrs. Gobbledygook will go head-to-head in the pie-eating contest. Now, Mutt, pull the trigger. It's been a busy week. Just one good deed after another. First, I takes in 3 homeless hounds, then I helps a town of do-gooders cough up the cash for a noble cause. Yeah. And now I've trapped me a tricksy little trespasser. Now listen here, mutt. I built this fair up from the sweat of me brow and a pile of scrap. And if you think I'm going to let a mollycoddled mongrel chuck a spanner in the works, you don't know Monty Muzzle. Aye, your time on wheel comes soon enough. And being man's best friend, you wouldn't want to stop the ride and disappoint your punters now, would you? But until it's your turn, you can blinking well stay put. Oh, and don't start whining and yelping for help. You'll have my security system to deal with if you don't keep the noise down. What is it? What's going on in here? Up to something in here, are we? Down, mutt. It's not your dinner time yet. Seems to have been a false alarm. But I'll be back in here at the drop of a hat if there's any monkey business. What is it? What's going on in here? Up to something in here, are we? Seems to have been a fault. What's going on here? What's all the racket about? Oh, another blinking dead dog. The Workshire whelp hadn't even been for walkies yet. Pity. Ah, get off me, you filthy beast! That'll be an extra few hours pulling duty for you. No more out of you.
for slowing down already. Muzzle! Your blinking ride's not fit for service.
Blinking engine must have, died again. Ah, there we go.
Woo!
Oh, hello, Twitch. Gromit was looking for you. Enjoying the fair? Oh, I see. You'd like to have a go on the ride? Well, I don't know. Where the heck's Gromit? He should be showing you around. No, well, I suppose I can take a break. Let's go. I don't know if they let dogs on board, Twitch. Steady on. I know it's not fair, Twitch, but we can always ask. Easy there, boy. Got quite a bit of strength for a little fella. Blinkin' Nora. You mean poor Gromit's inside the ride? What happened, lad? Monty Muzzle? Heavens above. Twitch, you better stay out of sight. I've got to see about getting Mr. Muzzle to shut down his ride.
Oh yes, everything seems to be in order here. Nothing to report. Woohoo!
That blooming Bobby has been up there for an hour or more and won't get off. Says he's carrying out an inspection, but he won't find anything untoward on any of my rides. Everything's above board here.
Oh, of course.
And what's that supposed to mean?
No, nothing. Your ride's had a spot of mechanical trouble, I see.
Oh, no, that's nothing. Purely cosmetic. Inner mechanics still run like clockwork.
Oh,
Had to institute a weight limit, though. Don't want any heavy hams bringing things to a halt.
no, of course not.
One last bite, and another pie is gobbled by Gabbily.
Gromit, I say, are you in there? That crack in Muzzle's ride is just too small for Gromit to escape through.
The would-be chomping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet. But the... The would-be chomping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet.
The contest hasn't ended yet.
Why, no, it's a last man woman standing competition.
Ah, who's winning?
As if you had to ask, man. Ha ha!
By my count, the current leader by a thick crust is Mrs. Gabbily.
Hogwash!
Woohoo! And I'm relishing every bite.
I'm just getting warmed up.
We'll see about that. Mr. Wallace, would you mind bringing Paneer this slip of paper here when you've a moment?
Righto. Excuse me, Mr. Paneer.
Wallace, if you'd like a word, please come up on stage. It's meat pies by dawn, and my heck, look at that crust fly.
Excuse me, Paneer. Mrs. Gabbily wanted me to give you this.
Ah, must be a message to read out for the fair. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. All fairgoers are cordially invited to attend Mrs. Vinnie Gabbily's victory celebrations to be held later this evening at the Gabbily residence. That's everyone including Major Croc, so long as he's humbled by defeat and pie fatigue.
A scandalous suggestion. You'll regret the day you taunted a crumb.
Chock full of donations. But Muzzle doesn't seem like such the dog lover now. Mrs. Gabberley, Mr. Pannier said you were in the lead. These two stacks look even.
And actually, I thought I had a few more under my belt than this.
It's Crum and Gabberley now, putting away pies as if they haven't eaten for a week.
Oh, I shouldn't poke around behind any of Mr. Muzzle's attractions. Oh, no. Your duty is as neglected as an abandoned puppy. Oh, I've never abandoned Gromit.
And the munching Major Crum is making heavy weather of his mastications. He's going blue in the face.
A note, Mr. Pannier.
Your duty is as neglected as an abandoned puppy. That's odd.
Stop the ride! That's enough. Suppose I'd better get back to the station. Duty calls.
It's a clash of titans, ladies and gentlemen. The munching Major versus the guzzling Granny.
Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold. Oh, well, perhaps this one isn't for me.
And the action is now really heating up. Can Mrs. Gabberley be beaten, or is she a bottomless pit?
A note, Mr. Pannier.
Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold.
But Duncan, isn't that the last line of your poem? The one you wrote specially for me?
Why, yes, my dear. Its greatness is such that it's already been quoted.
The poem you wrote each and every line of?
Why, yes, of course.
How odd.
And that little pick-me-up comes courtesy of Monty Muzzle's fortune-telling machine, generously shared by Mr. Wallace.
A fortune? Wallace?
Honey cakes. I can explain.
Explain nothing. It's plagiarism, lies, deceit. I'm through with you, Duncan McBiscuit.
Felicity, my wee North Country nymph. I wrote all those other lines, especially that one about your haunches.
One last bite, and another pie is gobbled by Gabberley.
Oh, heck, look at these.
The would-be chomping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet. But the Major seems to have met his match in Vinny, the Wonder Nosher.
Oh, the rest of me finished pies.
The rest?
Oh, my stomach told me I'd got through more than just these appetizers here.
And Major Crum has just learned that Mrs. Gabberley is in the lead by a most devastating pie margin.
Oh, not feeling too tickety-boo right now. I think I might have been outpied by the enemy.
And it seems the Major might be giving up, though he's only 9 pies behind.
9? That's it. I capitulate. I surrender. Hoist the white napkin of chronic pie fatigue.
Yippee!
And down goes the Major, out for the count. Attaboy, Mrs. Gamelin, congratulations!
Woohoo!
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you like pies, Panier's Purveyors of Peculiar Produce is open daily for all of your baking and pie-eating needs.
I can't believe she beat me. I'll never be able to show my face in the officer's mess again.
Never mind, Major Crumb. You guzzled gamely. Perhaps you just bit off a bit more than you could chew.
Perhaps a man must know his limits. The only thing that can lift my spirits now is a spin on that RAF ride, if you'll excuse me. Oh, I must have put on 5 stone.
Crumb's just a bit too heavy to pass the ride's weight restriction. I was wondering if I could have a word.
Of course.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that Mr. Muzzle might be up to no good.
Ooh, you mean robbing the rich to give to the poor? The scoundrel.
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but I think he might have got a hold of my gromit.
Well, he's taken hold of the entire town, hasn't he? Really reached in and brought out the philanthropists in us all.
Well, no, that's not what I meant.
Now, don't be jealous, Wallace. You've helped raise plenty of money with your ice cream machine. You should be proud. Now, if you don't mind, I'll just be finishing my pie.
Too heavy? Balderdash! I was only on her this morning.
Oh, just over our limit, I'm afraid, Corporal Crumb. You must have piled on pounds since then.
That blinking contest! And I'm a major, don't you know?
Aye, a major liability. So, you're banned, for safety's sake. Perhaps go for a jog or something, and work off some of that extra weight.
And remember, whether you want pakora, pies, puddings, or pomegranates, they're all available at Panier's Peculiar Produce. Just 2 minutes walk from this fairground.
You mean you weigh every rider?
Each and every one. You can't have any big berthers putting my business, my charitable enterprise in jeopardy.
How much pie did you eat, Major?
Not enough, clearly. That old granny has a devilish appetite. Probably possessed by a parasite or two. Family of tapeworms living inside her, I shouldn't wonder.
And now you can't ride your favourite ride. Oh, what a pity.
Over the limit, I'm afraid. Bureaucratic nonsense. Never used to fret about namby-pamby weight restrictions in the army. We'd cram 20 men in a truck, 3 on a bicycle, 5 in a bunk.
But you're only slightly too heavy, Major.
Yes, so I'll stand here till I've dropped the weight. With a finely tuned metabolism like mine, I'll burn it off in a few short hours. Let's have a look. Ah!
Panier's
A balloon, always good for a lift.
With the tiniest little lift, I'd be cleared for takeoff.
A balloon, Major Crumb?
Who doesn't love a festive balloon? used to tie the old balloon to our knapsacks when we were in the long grass to distinguish ourselves from the enemy.
Perhaps you're ready for the ride now?
You might be right. I'm feeling lighter on my feet already.
Oh. Weight limit passed. All aboard.
Wahoo! Tucked away! Cabin doors to manual. Ready for takeoff. Blam! Yeah!
Good heaven!
Major Crum's carrying too much excess baggage. The ride's going to burst at seams.
We've been hit!
Oh, my giddy aunt.
Oh my! Those poor dogs were trapped inside of that dreadful machine the entire time.
Gromit! Are you all right, lad?
Where is that monster, Monty Muscle?
He was just here a moment ago.
Up and away? Oi, what are you doing?
What is that?
It's Monty Muscle!
And our money!
And Twitch!
Arrivederci! Monty Muzzle's stock is on the rise.
This is no time to jettison the cream, Gromit. We don't do floats. What'll it be, lad? 1 scoop or 2?
Oh, good show, Muzzle, old chap. Not exactly what I planned, but a clean escape, nevertheless. A few quid, and one unexpected runt richer. What do you say, boys? Think we can find work for this emaciated mongrel? That's what I thought. Oh, Knickerbocker glory!
He's got a head start, lad. We've got to find a way to close the gap. The hatch on the churning tank has sprung open. The crank needs to be in place for churning, Gromit. Got to churn a batch of the cold stuff first, Gromit. Without a new flavor scan, the Infini flavor defaults to vanilla. She's still operational even when she's airborne. Hey, looks like we've sold out of all our cones. That's good news. Birdseed ice cream, trying to win over the enemy. Good thinking, lad, but that won't help us slow down Muzzle's balloon. seed ice cream, trying to win over the enemy. Good thinking, lad, but that won't help us slow down Muzzle's balloon. Good thinking, lad, but that will only affect the taste of the ice cream, not the texture. She's still operational even when she's airborne. The old churning arm had its work cut out with that batch. Whew, things are getting a bit sticky back there. Direct hit, lad. Hey! Now he's up a gum tree. We'll catch him now. I think it's going to be all chewing gum from here on. I think it's going to be all chewing gum from here on. Oh, now we've shed some pounds. I wonder what could have been that heavy. The puncture-free lead-lined tyres. Those didn't... We've puncture-free lead-lined tyres. And how are we
Those
going?
didn't come
and how are we
cheap, you
going
know.
to land without any And how are we going to land without any undercarriage?
Knock up my engine, will they? I can still outrun them with the wind at me back. Ha! Hey, they've run out of lift! Ha! Hey, they've run out of lift! Ah, sorry, my little twitching bag of bones. No one's coming to save you now. Ah. Where do you think you're going with that? Fine then. Let go. Escape with your flea-ridden friend. Easy. You've already been fed today. Ow! Get away. Stay away. Now, listen, chickens. Ah!
Let's go, Twitch. So near yet so far. It's too far.
Please, someone call off the chickens. Help!
I think it's going to be all chewing gum from here on. Scoop up Twitch and we can fly home, lad. Lucky grab, Gromit. Let's get out of here. We're one scoop too many, lad. Oh no, Gromit! Brace for impact! Gromit! Help, Gromit! Muzzle's moustache has gone flat! Don't lose that arm, Gromit. Nothing a little glue can't fix.
Steal from me? Monty Muzzle? That's not how it works, sunshine. This is all your fault, dog. Now look what you've done, you beastly animal. I've got to save what I can. The dogs land on all fours? I don't think so. Oi, come here, you.
Careful, lad.
Gotcha.
This balloon's got no lift.
Don't think those donations aren't mine just because they're floating about. What are you doing? Give that back right now! If you want your master to take you for walkies ever again, you'll be very careful with that. Careful, I said! No! My money! Oh, my beautiful money!
Help! We're still falling, lad! We could do with some more air. It should hold us for just long enough.
They might have flown too high and suffocated in the atmosphere. Happened to many a bomber in the war.
And all to save a poor defenseless puppy. Who would have thought Wallace was so selfless and brave?
Aye, but more importantly, that blinking fairground villain still got our cash. He's due a soak in the mouth and a kick in the head.
Honestly, Duncan, the last thing we need is more violence. We need heroes.
Look! He's used his beard. What on earth is that? It's a
giant mustache.
Ah, I've seen bigger.
You're alive!
Yes, and saved by a whisker. Something of a close shave, eh, Gromit? Oh.
These poor pups won't go homeless after all, Gromit. Me and Mr. Gadley would be thrilled to take them in.
No, we wouldn't.
Pipe down, you misery guts.
Great. Yet another mouth to feed.
3 mouths.
Oh, no.
Anyway, Gromit, feel free to pop by for walkies any time you like. Your friends will always be here. Ooh, that little one's quite the hero. Have to keep him out of trouble from now on.
Wallace! Oh, that was a feat of incredible bravery.
Oh, it was nothing, Miss Flit, really. All in a day's work for Gromit and me. Couldn't let Muzzle run off with our twitch now, could we?
A man like you is 1 in a million, Wallace. Your courage, your selflessness, your aerial acrobatics. You could have been killed, yet you saved the poor whippets, apprehended the monstrous Monty Muzzle, and saved everyone's fortunes. You're a true hero to the town.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Miss Flit. Now, if only I could find the piece that...
I feel a little awkward asking you this, Wallace, but I was wondering...
With a bit of elbow grease, I'm sure Gromit and I can have this up and running again by Christmas.
Wallace, I have a proposal for you.
Oh, I wonder where this goes.
Oh, Wallace!
Yes?
A proposal and a ring! How shocking!
I beg your pardon, Miss Flit.
Oh, and so polite. Now, calm yourself, Felicity. Will I, Felicity Flit, marry you, Wallace?
What?
Now, pull yourself together, Felicity, my girl. You mustn't rush into this. I'm honoured that you would have me as your bride, Wallace. But I must think it over. I shall give you my answer within the week.